Alright, so tonight's lesson is lesson 119, and we are dividing by a decimal number. Okay, so if you already kind of look at our problems that we have down here, you'll notice that we have a decimal outside and inside. Okay, so I wrote down these two sayings up at the top, and one of them you already know, the bottom one. It says when the decimal is in the house, raise the roof. What that means is when you take, or you see your decimal inside, we call this our house, inside our house, you take the decimal, you raise it right up to the very top, and that's where the decimal is in your answer. But the top one, when it says when the decimal is on the side, slide, that's what we're going to learn about today. Okay, so when the decimal over here is on the side, so our decimal, we have a decimal on the side of our house, we have to slide it. So in order to make 3/10 a whole number, we don't want to divide with that decimal. We want it to be a whole number. So what I do is I slide my decimal. I only have to slide this one once, and now I have a 3, which is really 3.0, but I have a 3. If I move it one time, I have to move the decimal over here one time. So I move my decimal here. Then now, when the decimal is in the house, raise the roof. Now I take my decimal and I move it up to my answer. And now I redo my whole problem. So now I have, if I were to rewrite this, 3. And then I would have and 0.1. Oops, sorry. Oh, 2. 1.2. Actually, you don't even need that one. 1.2. Sorry, my bad. So now, as you move that decimal, it's 3 goes into how many times in 1.2. So here we go. How many times can 3 fit into 1? 0. Raise my decimal to my roof. 0 times 3. 0. 1 minus 0. 1. Bring down my 2. How many times does 3 fit into 12? 4. 3 times 4. 12 minus. And I get 0. So my answer is 4/10. Alright, and I'm going to show you this again. We're going to do this again. Sorry, that one's a little bit sloppy. Let's try number 2. Okay, here we go again. If my decimal is on the side, slide. So I move this once. If I move that once, I have to move this once. So if I rewrite it, I have 6. And then I have 23 and 4/10. When the decimal is in the house, raise the roof. And now I can do my normal division. How many times does 6 fit into 2? 0. 0 times 6 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring down my 3. How many times does 6 fit into 23? Alright. And I'm going to say it fits in. Oops, sorry over here. How many times does 6 fit into 23? 3 times 6 times 3. 18. Now I do some subtraction here. I have 5. But I need to bring down my next number. 54. And how many times does 6 fit into 54? And that's one of our multiplication facts. 9. 9 times 6. 54 minus 0. So my answer is 3 and 9/10. And there we go. Simple as that. So what the difference is here is when that decimal is outside, we slide it. If we slide it on the outside, we have to slide it on the inside, and then we raise it all the way up to that roof. Alright, let's try the next one, and the next 2. Alright, slide it once. Slide it once. Now I'm dealing with 4 and 2/10. So how many times can 3 fit into 4? Once. Don't forget to raise my decimal to that roof. 1 times 3, 3, when I subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down my 2. 3 fits into 12 how many times? 4. 4 times 3, 12. And I get 0. So 1 and 4/10 is my answer. Alright, and the last one. So what I'm going to do, when the decimal's on the side, slide, move it once, move it once. Alright, 4 fits into 2. How many times? Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. Don't forget to raise that roof, that decimal. How many times does 4 fit into 2? 0. 0 times 4 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring down the 4. How many times can 4 fit into 24? I'm going to say 6. 6 times 4 24 minus and 0. And your answer is 6/10. Alright, so really fast I'm going to go over these steps again. If you see your decimal on the side, slide it. Then also slide to the inside. Raise the roof, put your decimal in your answer, and then do all your problems from there. Do your division problems like we've been practicing. Alright, and here are your 4 lesson practice problems.